So, I moved 3,700 miles away from home with a bunch of strangers. Thinking back on it, it sounds kind of wild, but I can't even imagine my life would be like without it. I grew up blocks away from Chicago. That city was my home, and all I knew when applying to college was that I wanted to be somewhere new. I wanted to submerge myself in a whole new world where I knew nothing and no one, and the people knew nothing about me. Little did I know, the NUin program had exactly that in mind for me. I flew from Chicago to Boston to meet up with my fellow students, then on to Dublin, where I lived at University College Dublin for 4 months. Living in a brand new country with brand new people forced me to learn how to appreciate my surroundings, to self-advocate, and to budget my time wisely. The experience was different from anything I expected. I learned so much in such a short amount of time. I'm surprised my brain didn't overload. From the first day, I met some of the most amazing people. These friends helped me learn to live on my own and become my own independent person. We arrived, and of course it was raining, because this is Ireland. We had a little time to settle in before we were whisked away to IKEA. That was the most chaotic trip, but luckily my roommates were amazing, and we already worked well together. We had our first real meal of the day at Johnny Fox's with traditional Irish music and dancing. At this point, everything felt surreal and like I wasn't really there to stay. After the first week of meeting new people, being oriented, and learning to communicate in fun new ways, everything began to feel real. I finally stopped to look around and notice all the beauty around me. I would go grab some new herbal tea from Bluebird Cafe and sit around campus and just watch. Even if some of the buildings weren't the prettiest, the environment was. I loved watching the swans swimming in the pond or watching people go about their day. I especially grew to love seeing the little things people did that they thought nobody noticed, like holding the door for someone just slightly too far away, smiling to themselves over a joke or whatever's in their headphones, and generally just enjoying the other people around them. I learned to love my surroundings, especially the people in them. With these brief moments of calmness also came loads of change and excitement. So much excitement came from learning new things. I learned how to bake bread, jump into a bog, how to bake cookies without a baking sheet, that I love peppermint tea, and most importantly, how to love myself. I had to learn how to communicate to others what I needed to thrive. I'm not an extrovert by nature, and knowing that, I had to make sure that I had plenty of time to recharge. It was so easy in the beginning to hang out with my roommates constantly and go along on every excursion I could, but quickly learned that that was not sustainable and I had to start saying no. Learning how and when to say no were probably the most valuable skills I acquired on this journey. Sure, I know how to cook paella and do laundry, but if I do not allow myself the time alone I need to function, nothing will ever get done. By the end of the semester, exams were coming up and I started going on trips. I went to Barcelona, London, and Munich. They were all amazing trips, but I really had to budget my time. In order to go, I had to make sure everything else was taken care of. It was hard work, but I'm happy I did it. All in all, this trip was probably the best thing I've ever been a part of. I learned so much, and the vast majority of it was not in class or in the library. NUin gave me the opportunity to learn to be myself in an entirely new environment, and I'm so happy that I took it.